Good morning and welcome to Tea Time with Tanya. This is a Saturday morning special. Hello, hello, hello. Good morning. Today is November 5th, 2022. I am doing this because I did not get to finish Friday's live show. So let's start this with a blessing. Dear universe, dear creator, dear spirit guides, please give a blessing for the collective. There it is for this day. Oh my goodness. We get the Om Shanti blessing, the Om Shanti peace blessing. We need this blessing right now. Om Shanti. Blessed are you with everlasting peace beyond words or understanding. Blessed are you with tranquility and bliss. Blessed are you with the clarity that reveals the beauty of your soul and through which all appears as infinite. Namaste. Let me read this one more time. The Om Shanti blessing. Om Shanti. Blessed are you with everlasting peace beyond words or understanding. Blessed are you with tranquility and bliss. Blessed are you with the clarity that reveals the beauty of your soul and through which all appears infinite. Namaste. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. All right, y'all. So, yesterday I only got to Denny's question about the Boston virus. I got 2 whole pages of readings left to do. So I'm going to just pick up right where I left off. The next question is from Genealogy Junkie. Genealogy Junkie would like to know, because of the earthquakes and the undersea volcanoes that are going on right now, and guys, oh my goodness, we are in for it. I have told you guys to be prepared, and guys, we are in it right now. Are the undersea cables near Hawaii in danger from the earthquakes and undersea volcanoes that are going on right now? Are the internet cables in danger? Here we go. Yep. Cards are upside down. Here we go. Yes, guys. This is going to be something that we are going to have to keep an eye on. Like I said before, when the volcano in Iceland was erupting, that's the other side of where the cables were, and the cables were in danger there. But yes, guys, we are in this time now, this time of change, to where these things are in danger. So yeah, the cables right now from these undersea volcanoes and everything that is going on, yes, the undersea cables are in danger from the volcanoes. Again, something that we have no control over. We cannot stop the flow or stop the volcanoes from erupting. Just know, be prepared. Understand that one day you might turn on your phone or click over to your computer and your internet not work. Okay? But understand, just like they laid those cables, they can repair those cables. They had to get down there some way. So don't panic. If they go out, they will be repaired. Just make sure that you have something to keep yourself entertained so that you don't freak out because there's no internet. Okay. My next question, I think this is also from Genealogy Junkie. It's along the same lines. Can earthquakes and volcanoes, can they be used as weapons? The answer is a resounding yes. Russia has already said that they have a weapon that can cause earthquakes. So, definitely, yes. They took credit for an earthquake, a major earthquake that caused a lot of damage years ago. So, the answer to that is yes. Now, I'm going to change this question. Are earthquakes and volcanoes being used as weapons against us right now? Is this a part? Is all this earthquake activity a part of the plan of the 1%? And all this stuff that's going on with the impending food shortages, etc., etc., the price gouging, etc., etc. Are the earthquakes being manipulated by any government to cause harm to the people on this planet? There we go. Okay. Whew, I did not get a yes, but I do got some concerning stuff. Guys, we have got to keep our eyes and ears open, okay? There's going to be information coming out. We know that different countries have biological weapons that can harm us. Russia has already said that they have a weapon that can cause earthquakes. They have taken credit for an earthquake that happened somewhere where it wasn't supposed to, saying that they had this technology. So understand that even if they are not currently using it, that the propensity for them to use it, if they have it, is there. This is part of our preparedness. We have got to know that they are willing to do anything to us. Okay? They are willing to do whatever it is, and I still don't understand. If this is about money, you can't eat money. If the rest of the planet is gone and all you have is money, you have nothing. But these are the same people, these 1%ers, that are building rockets for themselves to exit the planet. And understand that too. Timing is everything. When did Bezos and all these guys do that? Huh? Right in the middle of a pandemic, when they thought the world was going to end. So they chose to save themselves. And that is what they are planning. They are planning. They are going to destroy our planet and then try to save themselves. That's what we saw when we saw 3 phallic-shaped rockets get shot into a low orbit. Okay? Let's understand what these people are. Understand. They are going to dump the trash on us, leave and shut the door behind, and watch the planet burn. That's what their plan is. My next question is from Zhymeir N. Will the GOP continue to get away with cheating? And guys, we are about to come on it. This Tuesday is going to be crazy. And that's another reason that I'm doing this Saturday show, is because we have to be prepared for Tuesday. We have to be mentally, physically, and psychologically prepared for what we are going to experience on November the 8th, November the 9th, November the 10th, because it is going to be chaotic. And the energy that we are in right now is pure chaos. Okay, will the GOP continue to get away with cheating? First card, we got the 10 of Cups. That's the happy family card. Okay, so what this is we are in change, guys. Things are changing. People are, after this election is over, and I have to say it that way because things are going to get so intense after the election. And that's where we're going to see the majority of the changing in consciousness. People who have been calling for violence, people who have been screaming accolades on the GOP side, it's kind of like the rock is going to get kicked over. And all these people who are on the GOP side out of ignorance, once they see what they are doing, is going to be a change. It's going to be a switch in consciousness. So this question was, will the GOP continue to get away with cheating? My answer is that the GOP is going to continue to cheat, but the appetite for people allowing that to happen is going to change. So there you go. So yeah, the GOP is going to continue to cheat until this change is done. Okay, my next question. Oh my goodness. Okay, it's from Diane DL. Diane would like to know about Barry Sherman and his wife, Honey. They were found murdered in their home in 2017. Barry Sherman was the CEO of a company called Apotex. So, Barry Sherman and his wife, Honey, were found murdered in their home in 2017. Diane would like to know. Oh, I got my cards all backwards and messed up. Will the murderer or murderers be caught? Barry and Honey Sherman, murder victims. The person who murdered Barry and Honey Sherman was known to their family, may have even been an employee of the company. This is a person of interest that the police have already, they have acknowledged them as a person of interest, but this person has an alibi, because there was more than one person involved in this. There was one person committed the murder, but the planning of the murder was committed by two people, and the second and third people are the alibi for the murderer. And they literally gave him an airtight alibi that he couldn't possibly have been at the house murdering the Shermans when they placed him somewhere else. This was planned out. They made it an airtight alibi for this person. The police have already made contact with him, but they cannot move on it because the evidence isn't there, even though the evidence is manufactured. So, Diane, the police know they have a suspect, but they cannot move on that suspect because the suspect's alibi, and he didn't leave any DNA or anything that they could use to pinpoint him biologically to the crime scene. But they know they have the right guy, but his alibi is airtight. Literally, the person who killed the Shermans, a person who is known to the family, may have even been an employee of the company, is the one who murdered them. It was violent. But there were 3 people involved, and they made sure that there was an airtight alibi. In fact, they may have had somebody that even looks like the person, and it could have been a twin even, but a person that looks so similar to the murderer at this alibi. And that is how they have gotten away with it, because other people that they have interviewed places the murderer away from the murder scene. This was a masterfully planned murder, and there was a robbery that happened as well with this murder. Some of Honey's jewels, there were bonds stolen. There were jewels, and the people who committed this crime, this was an inside job known to the Shermans. They stole jewels, they stole things of value. And they made it look like it was a home invasion, but it was an inside job. And Diane, no, not at this point, because the killer has an airtight alibi and did not leave any physical DNA at the scene. There you go. All right. My next question is about Benjamin Netanyahu of Israel. He is running again for Prime Minister of Israel. Taro, please tell us, will Benjamin Netanyahu succeed in becoming the president or prime minister of Israel once again? Will Benjamin Netanyahu win the presidency or prime ministership of Israel again? Here we go. Oh my goodness, guys. Oh my goodness. This is going to be another one. Oh my goodness. This is going to cause a whole lot of mess. He's going to throw, he's running. This is going to be another, are you going to concede or not? But here we go. The people of Israel may very well, wait, hold on. That's in reverse. Hold on. Let me see. I thought it was upright. It's in reverse. Let me see what this card is. In reverse. Increase abundance. Yep. It's a yes. Benjamin Netanyahu is going to run for prime minister or president of Israel. And the Israelis are going to put him right back into office. Yes, they are. The Israelis are going to put Benjamin Netanyahu back in office. And this has a propensity to start a whole lot of drama. This is going to be big old news. They're going to be screaming this from the rafters. And this is going to embolden the right. This is going to embolden them. So, yes, I think this is also Diane's question. Yes, Diane. Netanyahu is going to run for president or prime minister in Israel, and it looks like he will win it. Okay, or take it or steal it or however he gets it, but he will be put back into power. My next question is from Ann H. Ann would like to know, what will election day be like? Will there be violence? Guys, the right is calling for violence. They have armed people who are going to show up on election day and intimidate voters. Voter suppression is the word of the day for Tuesday. Again, if you did not already vote early or vote by mail, and you must be out there, take all of your faculties with you. Do not go to the polls intimidatable. Understand, they can't touch you. They can't do anything, so they can only try to scare you. Do not be intimidated, and do not allow others to be intimidated. Guys, if you are going to stand online, bring people with you. If you have already voted and you are a courageous, confident person who can shout down other people, then please go. Stand at lines where there are opposition. They're trying to stop people from voting or trying to intimidate them, and give it right back to them. Because guess what? It only takes one person to start a chant. It only takes one person to start a song. And what happens when you get a whole group of people singing? There's power there. You get a whole bunch of people chanting. Even if it's, we will vote, we will vote, we will vote. That's energy. Use it. If you don't have nothing to do on Tuesday, and you have strength in your body, and you have a voice that is to be reckoned with, please show up somewhere. Give support to our voters. Help shout down the right with their intimidation tactics. Be out there. Have your vestment of armor on. Have your loudspeaker if you must. But let's get out there and support each other. It's going to be a hard day all the way around. We may as well bring as much magic into it as we possibly can. So I'm calling on all my folks out there. If you are young, if you are old, if you are infirm, or if you are perfectly healthy, if you have breath in your body, I want you to get up and do something on Tuesday, November 8th to support this country, to support people who are out there voting, trying to make a difference in our democracy. Don't just give lip service. Be of service. We need to stand together. And we can only stand together when we're standing next to each other. Our voices are stronger together. Our will is impervious together. We need to stand up together and fight for what we want in this world, not settle for what is forced upon us. All right, I'm going to stop yelling. All right. Whew. Election day is going to be crazy. It is going to be. But this is part of the thing that is necessary for change to happen. Every one of us already knows, just like every one of us knew what January 6th was going to be like. This is not a surprise. Every one of us has heard the rhetoric of the right, the refuse to concede, the come get it. We already know they are set up to deny this election. We have to be prepared. We have to be willing, and we have to be brave. We have to be as brave as the people of Ukraine at this point. We have to say, no, you are not coming into our neighborhood and trying to push your vitriol on us. If you do not stand up for something, you will fall for anything. Stand up, rise up together. We've got to do this. It's on us. It's on us. Excuse me, guys. It is on us. My next question is from Renee P. Renee would like to know, will there be a late hurricane, a December or January hurricane? Will there be a late hurricane, December or January? No, we will not have a late hurricane. There will be a typhoon in the southern hemisphere, though. There will be some severe typhoons, which is a hurricane that's spinning the opposite direction. Okay, we will have some typhoons, but we will not have hurricanes in North America. No, but the southern hemisphere will have typhoons. Okay, in January and in December. My next question is from Elena Gentry. This is about Paul Pelosi's attack. Elena would like to know, was security in on the attack? And guys, I was wrong. And I will always say when I was wrong. I assumed that Paul Pelosi was attacked in the D.C., Virginia area, wherever Nancy lives when she's working. That's where I thought Paul Pelosi had been attacked. He was not attacked in the D.C. area. He was attacked in San Francisco. So that's on me. And they do not live in a gated community in San Francisco. So, but they do live in an exclusive neighborhood, and there is security forces patrolling. So I can go ahead and ask this question. Was security in on Pelosi's attack? And the answer is no. The security people were not in on this. Like I said, there was more than one person in that house. The Papa guy came with another person, came with another person and attacked Paul Pelosi. I want to say Sentry, maybe that's the name of their company that does security. I'm seeing the word Sentry, Sentry, but no. And I see the vehicles patrolling the neighborhood, even while the attack was going on, and it was pretty loud. It was pretty loud. There was glass breaking. There was screaming. Paul Pelosi was shouting. He was screaming for help because at first when he got hit the first time, he got hit unaware. He did not see it coming. The second blow, he hollered out and he threw his hand up to try to protect his head. That may be the only thing that literally saved him from being insta dead, was that when that second blow, the hammer hit his arm and then hit him in the head. And that was the extent of the blow. He was bleeding. The first blow made him bleed so badly. He was literally just, blood was everywhere. And that caused the Papa to kind of panic a little bit. The broken glass and everything, that was crazy. That was like, after Paul got hit, he got hit in the kitchen dining room area by some like French doors, and he went into that French door. I feel like his elbow or shoulder may have gone through it. So it's not that those were broken out like that. That was while the attack was going on that those windows got broken out. That's not how the attacker got into the house. That damage was done during the attack. Oh. And Paul Pelosi, he didn't just get hit in the head. It feels like he got kicked or stomped on his kidneys, get kicked in his back. He got hit with the hammer, I want to say no more than twice in the head. And then the Papa kicked him hard in the back. Paul Pelosi is still in danger. Paul Pelosi is not out of the woods. He could succumb to his brain injury. The first hit was a solid, and I want to say it was like right here in the front top part of his head, and it did severe damage. It broke bones. He's got fragments of bone embedded in his brain. He is not out of the woods yet. Okay, Elena, there you go. No, the security detail was not a part of the attack. My next question is from Beautiful Girl, and this is about Gabby Petito. Gabby Petito died domestic violence. John Landry, or Adam Landry, I don't know what his name was. Last name was Landry. He killed her. The family is suing. Gabby's family is suing the Moab police for failing to protect Gabby when they knew she was a victim of domestic violence. Beautiful Girl would like to know, will the Petito family win the suit against the Moab PD for failing to protect? And that's what they're bringing the lawsuit against, failing to protect a victim of domestic violence. Will the Petito family win the lawsuit? Okay. The Petito family is going to get some closure. They may get something, but they're not going to get a whole lot of money out of this. They're going to kind of be forced to it's going to cost them more money to try to sue the Moab PD Gabby said she was okay. When the police asked her and they had her sitting in the car, she agreed to go back with her boyfriend, even though she was scared. The police did ask her, did she want to go somewhere else? Gabby didn't want to leave because that van was hers. She didn't want it was hers, not his. He didn't help pay for it even. It was hers. Her family bought her that van. So she didn't want to leave him in her house because she knew that he would just take off and leave her. So she was trying to protect her stuff, and she literally told the police, no, I think I'll be okay. I think it's over. And it was not over. And exactly what she feared, him taking her van, is exactly what he did. He killed her, and when he killed her, guys, he didn't go out there trying to kill her. This was an argument that got physical. He put his hands on her, then he hit her. Okay, when she went down, he panicked, and then he tried to hide it and made it worse. So she had a head injury. He blunt force traumatized her. He hit her in the head, and he hit her hard, and then he panicked, and he left her body. He moved her body, in fact, and then tried to hide it so that he could get away. That's how he got all the way back to Florida before they found her body. But no. The family is going to get some closure, but they're not going to win money out of this if that's what they're going for, because they're going to have to be forced to prove that the Moab PD didn't do their job, and the Moab PD actually did. Gabby herself told the police that she thought that she would be okay and that she didn't want to leave her van, and that was what it was all about. She didn't want to leave her vehicle, her home. That was her whole house. Everything she owned was in that van. She didn't want him to take off and her be left stranded because she knew he would just take off and continue driving and she would be stuck. So she told the police that she thought she would be okay, only because she didn't want him to take off with her van. And that's exactly what he still ended up doing. Okay. All right. Beautiful girl would like to know on the back end of that, could Gabby have been saved? And the answer, unfortunately, to that is yes. Had Gabby decided to go with the police, yeah, she could have, for that day at least, been saved. But guys, when we exit this plane of existence, even when we exit through violence, that was written for us. So it might have delayed her exiting this plane of existence, but I don't think it would have stopped her from exiting this plane of existence. Okay. Now we're going to talk about the killing of affirmative action. Beautiful girl has a second question. Will colleges abandon unfair legacy admissions? Legacy admission is your daddy went to this school, so you get to go to this school. And this only happens in places like Yale and Harvard and Stanford, places where tuition could be upwards of $200,000 or $300,000. Places where these are edifices of education for the elite, for the wealthy, for the powerful. So, beautiful girl would like to know, will colleges abandon their unfair legacy admissions? And the first answer that I'm getting off the top of my head is absolutely not. Because along with those legacy admissions comes great big checks of sometimes millions of dollars, tax-free dollars to the university to use as it will. So I'm going to say no, that there's not going to be a stop of legacy admissions into Ivy League institutions. That's how they were built. That's how they sustain themselves. This is a one hand washing the other. This is greasing palms to ensure that people can run for Congress or be set up for success in their life. And that's what this is about. These are whole entities. Guys, this is more than just a college. This branches off into so much more. What college for, what law firm you might work for, what hospital if you're in medicine that you might be going to for your residency, this, that, and the other. Yes, what college you go to, what your name is, has a lot to do with how you, where you wind up in life when you come from these wealthy families. So, no, beautiful girl, colleges will not abandon their legacy admissions because that's where they get their free money from. Because parents will insure, build a whole library so little Johnny can go to Harvard, and little Johnny can barely spell cat, and he's holding one. And that's what it is. All right. My next question is from Ogechi O. What will happen if all black and highly melanated people left the United States? What would happen? What do you think would happen? If half the country left, that means the other half of the country would be forced to have to pick up the slack. All those jobs, all that labor, all that street cleaning, all that stuff black folks do. And I'm not saying that that's all we do. No, because we have just as many CEOs, LEOs, and high-powered melanated people as well. But Ogechi would like to know what would happen if black and brown melanated people left the United States. Just left it, lock, stock, and barrel. There would be an almost instant collapse. Because you're talking about a whole lot of people having to wake up and do things for themselves. No. They would literally, it would collapse the system. Initially, it would collapse the system. And in the end, the people who remain would turn other people who remained into black people. Period. And I just have to say it that way. Because the way that they treat black and brown people is a whole thing. So if everybody left, they would just separate themselves even further and make a whole class of people who are less desirable than they are. And they would be your new black folks. And they would be expected to walk and move in the way that the old black folks did. This is just, it's hatefulness, it's greed, it's avarice. And this is their biggest fear. Of having to do everything for themselves. And that's the truth. All right. Next question. Do hospitals intentionally... Okay, this is a serious question. And I'm going to talk about black people problems because I'm a black person and I have to live in this nation that has problems with black people. So I'm going to speak on these issues because they are near and dear to me. Do hospitals intentionally harm black women? So many black women get poor treatment from labor and delivery in hospital. Doctors have used black women and have lied and said that black people don't feel pain the way that white people do. That that our bodies are more akin to that of a horse or a cow, so we don't need as much care when giving birth because we're animals and animals just naturally know how to do that. No, this is the racism that is in our medical system. So when women are in distress, and I'm one of these because I almost lost my first baby because I was black in Georgia and having a hard pregnancy. My baby almost died because they would not give me the care I needed. 10-pound baby. Was no way she was coming out of me. I was in labor for 3 days. Almost died. Doctor never came in to see me. He was busy. He never came to the hospital. 2 other black babies died while my baby was dying inside of me. 2 women lost their babies. At the same time, mine was trying to come into this world because of racist, separatist tactics. No care for black people. No concern about black babies. Yeah, Ogechi, yes, there is racism, separatism in American medicine. There is dark energy there that causes people to look at someone suffering and then say, well, you're a black woman. I don't think you're really hurting as much as you say you are. Yeah, Ogechi. Yeah, they do intentionally harm us, give us subpar health care. Too many of us die in childbirth. Yes, and it's intrinsic. Yes, and that's part of what us melanated people have to live with. That's why I had to drive an hour to the doctor yesterday, a whole hour away from my home, so that I could get decent care. All right. Okay, next question. This is a question about the killing of Takeoff of the Migos. So the question is, was Takeoff of the Migos murdered? Was it a hit, or was he the victim of a stray bullet? Was Takeoff a member of the singing group the Migos? I don't know, the music group Migos. Was he killed? Was he murdered? I'll start there. Yes or no question. Was Takeoff of the Migos murdered? Yes, this was a murder. Guys, this was a murder. I have no idea who Takeoff is. I have never listened to anything the Migos have put out. Could not even name one song. But guys, here's the answer. Yes, this was a power play, number one. Somebody tried to get rid of him. They thought he was foolish, that he was bringing their group down. Again, I don't know nothing about this. Here it is. Yes, this was a straight up murder. A straight up murder. Because something with the group was changing, and somebody didn't want him to be a part of it. He may have been fighting with another person in the group, and oh my gosh, this could literally be I hate you, I want you dead, you're holding us back type of thing. Oh my goodness. But yes, Ogechi, what's his name? Takeoff was murdered. Takeoff was murdered. Somebody got him. That wasn't a stray. That bullet was meant for him. That was a power play. They wanted him out of the group. They wanted him out of the group, not to be a part of it anymore. Okay, next question. If yes, was J. Prince involved? I don't know who J. Prince is, but I guess where this guy got shot was at a house party. And J. Prince was the host of the house party. So, was J. Prince involved in Takeoff's murder? Was J. Prince involved in Takeoff's murder? Okay, we got a jumper. We got the 3 of Pentacles. Guys, that's secret meetings. That's somebody discussing it. Let's see. We got the Judgment card. Oh, we got a yes. Okay. All right. For entertainment purposes only. The tarot is saying that this J. Prince person was in communication with whoever killed Takeoff. Yeah. Sadly. There's emotions involved. This was kind of like a passion. You hurting us. We don't want you. Leave, or it's gonna get bad. There was fighting. There has been fighting that was going on, and it was getting worse and worse and worse. They wanted him to leave. He wouldn't leave. He wouldn't just walk away from the group. And the fighting culminated in murder. There you go. There you go. Okay, last question. Last question. Are the police involved with the kidnapping and trafficking of black and vulnerable people? Are they for body parts, etc.? So let's just put it there. Are the police involved with the kidnapping of black and vulnerable people for organ harvesting, slavery, etc.? Are any police involved in the whole cabal of human trafficking in America? Are the police involved, any police involved in human trafficking in America? And right off the top of my head, I got a great big old yes. Oh my goodness, we got the devil and everything. Yep, here it is. Yes, sir, Bob. Because they're making all kinds. This is keeping a whole bunch of people filthy rich. Here's another yes. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, they are. And the devil is here. We got the hermit and the devil. You know, this is just plain pure old evil. And this is treason. This is people going against their own. Yes. Yes. In America, there are police who are involved in human trafficking. All right, guys. All right. Now, I don't know if I got the whole weather report yesterday, but again, we are in some prime earthquake time here. All the planets are moving in for this eclipse. And the moon and everything plays with the tides and everything. Our earth is moving. Whether it's caused by man or not, we're still in this. And we are in warnings for earthquakes. There were several tornadoes that touched down in Texas yesterday. Okay? We are in some severe weather. Right now, coming up through the Gulf of Mexico, we've got a whole lot of warm air that is going to wreak havoc. It's going to keep stirring the pot of nasty, inclement weather. And the East Coast must be prepared as that wind and rain moves towards the East Coast. The temperature is going to start to drop. There's going to be some straight line wind events happening there. And all of this is culminating this in the next 5 days. Okay? Prepare for a system of chaos. And that's just how I have to say it. Prepare to have to work through a system of chaos. And you'll be okay. If you have to travel, check your weather. Check the weather. Make sure that your car is winterized. Make sure that not only you have a blanket in there, but put an extra pair of clothes in there. If it's snowing where you are, think about putting an extra pair of shoes and socks as well in case your feet get wet. All right, guys. I can only warn you. I can't make you move. But understand, these things are going to happen all over the place. It's always better to be prepared than to get caught and be scared. I love you. I love you. Thank you for being here with me this Saturday. Namaste, guys. Bye-bye.